Yeah, so I'm Ryan Middleton, been the grounds manager here for the last 12 years, but I've actually been here for 28 years now. Looking after all the courts. We've got 13 grass courts, all the grounds, and yeah, we've got an event coming up in 3 weeks, the WTA 250, which we're all really looking forward to. Yeah, so the LTA now look after the Lexus Nottingham Tennis Centre. We've got 8 indoor courts. We've now got 2 hair halls, 6 paddle courts, and in the process of having the Red Plus. We've got 4 Red Plus being built currently. So we look after the maintenance of those and obviously all the soft and hard landscaped areas. So yeah, being a pre-Wimbledon tennis event, the standards they have to be high, they have to be consistent with all the other venues such as Edgbaston, Eastbourne, Queens. And we do regular tests on the courts for moisture levels and consolidation levels, just to make sure that we're hitting those parameters, and that when players finish playing in Nottingham, they go to Wimbledon, that they're playing on a very similar surface. I used Dennis when I first started working here, really enjoyed it, very easy to use, gets in all the right places with ease. One thing I love about the interchangeable cassettes is if you have an accident on court, say you hit a little stone and you damage that, you don't have to wait for the whole machine to go away and get fixed. You can literally change the cassette and on you go again. Especially this time of the year where we're V-cutting, sorrel rolling, mowing, one machine's doing it all. The Dennis 610 and the Dennis Razor mowers that we use are very easy to set, very easy to maintain, and the accessibility to get to those parts, to change heights, to put it in cut, it takes minutes. So we went for this model. We'd already got one, so having 2 obviously saves on the legs with the staff. We can now have 2 machines going at a time. Love the verticutter, especially at this time of year where we're trying to get rid of the broader leaf grasses, the meadow grass that's in there, anything broadleaf we're trying to thin out just to give it that consistency for play. So we're cutting at the moment every other day, and we're V-cutting twice a week at the moment, just because we're in a good position. We've got too much grass, so we're actually having to thin it out. So these machines are doing everything they need to do for us right now. So one important thing of V-cutting is obviously thinning the sward out. You don't want it too dense. What we've noticed over the years is when we've got a dense sward, we're quite prone to pathogen attacks, a lot more fusarium. Where there's air around the plant, it's a little bit more resilient to it. And obviously we're having the tests by the ITF. They'll do pace tests on the courts. Having a thinner sward and a nice consistent ryegrass, we get a nice faster court, which is what the players want coming onto grass, especially after the clay court season. So I can go from using this as a mower to verticut. I'll take the box off, no need for tools, undo here, lift the cassette out, change it over. They come with a gauge bar, which is really easy to use. And by just clicking these dials on the sides, I can go up 4mm, 5mm, 10mm in seconds. Yeah, so the good thing with these as well is I can literally do 2 runs around the edge, right into the corners, and then whether I'm going diagonal, crossways or lengthways, I'm not missing any bits. It's really good for that, for getting in and out. And also when they're doing the tournament builds, the areas can be quite narrow. We can get around the whole site with these, no problem. Yeah, so the brush cassette we'll use after autumn renovation. So we'll corrow the courts and then we'll use that to clean up anything that's left. And also spring renovation, we'll use that. Once the moss is checked, we'll take the brush on, just literally skimming the surface to remove any moss in the court. Yeah, I'd recommend these to anyone, anywhere. Really reliable. You're not waiting long on parts to turn up if you ever do have an issue. Dennis have always been fantastic to us, which is why we use them.